Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, my video, Assassin's Creed Origins, first look on the Xbox One X enhanced version. Now before I start the first look into Xbox One X enhanced version, I want to say a couple of things. First of all, if you are in market for the Xbox One X standard edition, there's plenty of them in Best Buy, there's plenty of them in Target and Walmart, so if you are interested in getting one, I would highly recommend you get one now, because you might have a hard time getting it down Christmas time, December, so you might have to wait for a shipment. So there is opportunity for you to get one right now, okay? There are plenty of them in stock, but I don't know how long that's gonna last, okay? You have to remember, might not last that long, so you want to hurry up, you want to grab one, okay? Now, having said that, there's your chance. There's your chance to grab one if you want to grab one. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's start this game. Before I start, I want to say that I'm using Samsung KS8000 65-inch 2016 version. Main reason I'm using KS8000 first because of the higher peak brightness and full wide color palette of gamut, okay? It's the perfect HDR television for you to truly experience that wide color gamut and peak brightness, all right? The only thing that's missing is those deep dark levels, obviously, but with the edge lit, that's going to be really hard and impossible to achieve those deep dark levels, okay? That's the one negative that this TV has, is the edge lit. If it was a full array local dimming, it would be a hell of a lot much better. But hey, it is what it is. Also, before I start this video, I want to say that this is a 4K checkerboard. Checkerboard up to, it fluctuates, okay? Checkerboard 3D rendering resolution means it fluctuates between 1800, 1900, and then to some instances it goes up to 2006 or 2016 pixels. That's pretty remarkable that it goes that high, okay? That's almost near 4K native, almost. And that's pretty darn good. It also supports much slightly better, higher textures and tessellation and anti-aliasing than the PlayStation 4 Pro version. Reason being because Xbox One X has that power underneath to handle that, okay? Higher memory bus speed, more teraflops, okay? More overclocking speed than the PlayStation 4 Pro with the teraflop. So that way it's able to handle that rendering, okay? And I'm not trying to diss a PlayStation 4 Pro version. PlayStation 4 Pro version looks great as well. But you have to remember, these are small nuances, okay? They're small nuances that if you were watching it from afar, 7 feet away, with both televisions set apart, you wouldn't be able to tell a difference. Honestly, you really wouldn't be able to tell a difference. But technically speaking, there is difference. There are differences, just so we're clear. And just so we're clear, this console, it's far more powerful than PlayStation 4 Pro, and the developers haven't even used the full potential of what this console can do. Wait a year, wait till next year when Crackdown 3 comes out, Halo 6, Gears of War 5, when these games come out, you will see just how powerful this beast really is. Okay? Now, having said that, let's go ahead and let's take a look, the first look into the Assassin's Creed Origins. Alright, so I said my piece. Let's go ahead, let's continue. Now, before you start the game, it's going to ask you to calibrate your screen so it fits your screen. Always make sure you do this properly. And then once you are done, click continue. Here you can adjust the brightness. How much brightness do you want? I'll keep it like this. This is a good amount of brightness right here. This is first trial of Gods now live. I think it's a trial of their DLC or something. I don't know. That's available. Okay, so let's look at the options. So let's see HDR settings. Why the HDR is not turned on? Hold on a second. The HDR is on, but it's not letting me use the HDR settings. That's interesting. Alright, doesn't matter. I guess they don't have HDR slider. They don't let you use the HDR slider, which I don't know why. You know, I think every game should have a HDR slider, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's play the game. I'm gonna hit the new game. I'm gonna go to normal, man. I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna grow some balls and do it on normal. Alright, the game is loading right now. So, here we go. Ubisoft presents Siva Oasis. This is in Egypt, Cairo, the old Egypt, I guess. I don't know. Alright, this is recorded FMV. I hate when they do this. I wish that they wouldn't do this. Use a recorded FMV. Why can't you just do it like in-game engine, you know? Come on, Ubisoft. Really? You can't use an in-game engine? You gotta do it FMV recorded like this? Ptolemy Pharaoh. That's one of the pharaohs. I think that each pharaoh has its own pyramid or something, supposedly. On Giza Plateau. One year later, Bent Pyramid. Alright, this is in-game engine right now, what you see. Alright, this is in-game engine. Rujek, the heroine.
We will find you in your sleep. Sleep. I never sleep. I just wait in the shadows, and I will kill you all. Everyone who sniffed the air that day in Siwa.
Shouldn't have done that. Hippatos, Rujek's bodyguard.
You killed my master and left me for dead.
Wow, this looks pretty good, guys.
Your master was a murderer. I am his sworn bodyguard. It is a question of honor. I am the Magi of Siwa.
Then you are a worthy opponent.
Very impressive so far. I must say I'm very impressed so far with what I'm seeing graphically. It looks really clean, sharp. HDR definitely it's present here. You see the sand in the distance, fluff, you know, floating in the air. All right, let's do this.
This place will serve as doom to one of us. Let it be you.
Let us call truce. You are not the one I sought to kill.
Question of order. It is a fight to the death.
Come on.
So be it.
It reminds me a little bit of God of War here, man. There's a little bit of God of War. Graphically, it looks really good, man. Let me loot him. Let's collect. All right, we collected some stuff here. We're good to go. Well, can we carry the body? Look, he can carry the body. Can he? Oh, dude, that's sick, man. You can carry him. Look how big he is.
No footholds here. I need to find a way to another room.
All right, the one thing I would do, I just noticed something. The one thing I would do that's really annoying is the take this off. When you're playing video games, honestly, you need to turn this off. Hold on, there's a couple of things I need to turn off. Number one, sharpness, keep it at 0. Color, we'll keep it at 55. That's fine. Hold on. There's something else I'm missing here. This right here, this Auto Motion Plus, turn this off, man. This really is just slowing down the processing of the rendering. Turn that stupid thing off. And smart LEDs, we're keeping them high. Dynamic contrast off. Color tone standard. Gamma -3, that's fine. So keep the sharpness at 0, keep the color at 55, and turn off the Auto Motion Plus. Color at 55 is fine. See, now it's much better. But I definitely notice here much higher texture detail. I don't know if you guys can see it, but just kind of like look up here and you will see just the amount of texture detail that is available. It's truly remarkable. And this is the whole point of Xbox One X, is you want to experience this game in its best possible detail. And this is really as close to a PC, honestly. Having an Xbox One X in your home, it's really like having a mini PC. I'm not saying top of the line, high-end, elite PC. I'm talking about mid-range PC, like a really, really good gaming PC. Okay, not top of the line, elite PC, but that's what you're getting here. And that's a huge step up for a console. All right? So it's definitely a huge step up for consoles here, and what's being able to achieved here. All right, let's use our Animus to decode whatever this is here.
These scallops must be coming from somewhere.
Now, I have one question. Are these the same developers who did the Pirate Black Flag game? So if you guys know, please do let me know. Just look how beautiful it looks here. Just look at the texture detail here. It's truly remarkable. Look at that. Look at the textures here. Right here. Now, of course, HDR adds to this element here. HDR definitely helps out, you know. Let me see if I can turn down my low light so I can show you guys a little bit better here. I turned down my low light a little bit so you guys can see this in a little bit better detail here. And here, this is what I want you to see. Like, look at this texture detail here. Pay attention right here. I want you to see this texture detail right here. These are all very sharp textures, okay? You're not gonna see these sharp textures on the Xbox One S version, okay? You will see a medium textures on the PlayStation 4 Pro, but here are definitely ultra sharp textures, okay? They're really using a very ultra sharp textures here, man. And here I am, I'm watching this on a big giant 65-inch TV, and they still look sharp. The textures on his body also look very sharp, so there's definitely a texture, very high textures, and of course the scaling of resolution, checkerboard 3D rendering resolution which scales between 1800, 1900, and in some instances goes to 2016 pixels. That makes it for a really good looking game, and of course HDR adds to the detail as well. Okay, there's something here. Look at the flies. Look at all these flies. Look at the detail here. It looks pretty good. All right, let's open this pass-through. Oh yeah, this definitely looks great, man. Here, let me adjust my low light so you guys can see a little bit better. You know, a lot of people have been asking me, what is the low light? Well, it's really the overblowing brightness that affects the lights on the lens. So that's why everything becomes brighter, okay? Like some people take pictures with such a high overblowing brightness that when you look in the background, everything looks over bright. It looks like it's snow. That's because they haven't regulated their low light lenses. All right, you guys can learn all of this stuff, you know, if you want to. Just, it's on the Google, man. You can read magazines. It's, you know, if you want to learn something, it's there for you. There is no excuse for you not to learn. Just go search in the Google. It's just a matter of you being lazy, not learning. Okay, that's what it comes down to. Some people would prefer to go to Pornhub instead of going through Google to learn some true stuff. You know, that shows you society we live in. Okay, anyway, and it's true. You know what I just said here is true. Okay. All right, I don't want to hear it. Mr. 4K upscaler here is tell you the truth. Look at these textures, man. Look how beautifully they are detailed. Look at the textures on his helmet. And please keep in mind, I'm not doing a gameplay here, okay? This is not a gameplay, so if somebody you come here thinking it's a gameplay, it's not a gameplay. It's my first look analysis of how a game looks, all right? That's what this is. So I don't want you guys to get things confused here. Wow, it looks great. The tessellation here and the depth of field, it's really, really good. I mean, you notice it right away that you're getting a benefit of the Xbox One X here. All right. There's no question about it. You can even see his footsteps when he, look, you can see his footsteps and the sand blowing off of his footsteps too. So the attention to detail graphically here, textures, there's a reason why they showed this game for the Xbox One X Enhanced and why it was featured, because Ubisoft definitely spent a lot of time trying to utilize a little bit of that power. Well, they didn't use all of the power, obviously. I think if they used all of the power of Xbox One X, we would be looking at something native 4K with like ultra everything with like 30 FPS. But that's going to be coming soon once developers utilize that power. What we're looking at here, like I said, it's fluctuating checkerboarding resolution that goes between 1800, 1900, and 2016. And it's not just me that said this. Richard with his friend, they measured that and it fluctuates. The resolution fluctuates, but that's pretty darn good. Okay, that's pretty darn good that it goes that high. It doesn't go below 1800, it goes up. So it goes 1900 and 2016. That's pretty darn good. That's really near 4K. Like, it's almost near native 4K. And on top of that, they're using very high texture filtered rendering here. It's like the texture filtering is probably 8 times. It's rendered really good here. And you can see it here, definitely. Volumetric light is much better. So everything is rendered in a very good detail here. And of course, my camera here is not doing the justice for you to see that, but it's there. Trust me, it's there. It's definitely there. And HDR, here, let me show you where HDR plays a huge role. You see that lamp over there? No, that torch. I'm sorry. You see that torch over there? That's where the HDR is going to be playing a huge role. And you can even see it from here, like what a huge role that HDR is playing there. Now, to you, when you're looking at this television, everything will kind of seem bluish. I understand that. That's because I'm far away from the screen. I'm not that close to the screen. And my low light is depicting the different color, okay? So, remember, I'm not doing this video to show you, here's the Holy Grail, let me show you exactly how it looks. I'm just here to tell you what I'm seeing and give you my analysis walkthrough of what I'm seeing, okay? And if you don't believe me, well, then why are you here? Why are you here? That's my question to you. And why are you even writing down in the comments? If you disagree, or if you don't like this video, if you don't like my channel, why are you here? The only conclusion I can think of you being here is because either A, I don't know, you're jealous, or I don't know, something happened to you in your life, you're unhappy, and now you gotta take a dump somewhere. And you figured, let me take a dump here because I'm jealous. I don't have the Xbox One X, or my life sucks, or whatever. So you gotta take a dump somewhere, and you come here. And you know that this is the truth. But remember, you're the fault because you're playing the victim. All right, don't play the victim. You have a choice. Go out there, make it happen, man. 7 billion people on this planet. All right, just because it doesn't work somewhere for you, where you at, go somewhere else. Somewhere else will work for you. Okay, there's plenty of places out there you can choose and go. And I hate the word when people use "find the happiness." You don't find the happiness. It's not like it's hidden somewhere underneath the bed or buried somewhere. All right, happiness is something you create. Okay, it's not something you find. It's something you create. All right? You could be happy on Mars if you create some kind of happiness there. Okay? So let's get back to the game. I have to get that out of my chest just so we're clear. Even though it's not going to sink through the trolls and haters, you know, it's not going to sink through. It's like talking to a thin air. But I had to say it so my subscribers understand where I'm coming from. Here's a good example of HDR right here. When you look at this, this is where HDR truly pops and shows its true, unique peak brightness and reflection. Okay, I can maybe try to lower my low light just so I can show you that example. Here, I lower my light a little bit, low light, so I can kind of show you the HDR here. And even here, you can see it being present. And especially here, the peak brightness from the top and the higher textures, they're present here. You see the textures here. See how detailed these textures are. Maybe I can bring my camera closer just to show you how detailed the textures are. Hold on. I want to do this in real time. I want to take it out of my camera, out of my tripod, and I'm going to bring it closer so you guys can see it. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing. Look how detailed these textures are. You can even see the writings on the textures right here. Let me adjust my low light as well. Here. Here. And especially right here. Look at those two these huge giant holding statue legs. They're holding that roof, and just look at the detail you're getting there. Look at these textures. Just look how detailed they are, man. Here, let me climb up here a little bit higher so you guys can see it a little bit better. Here's another great example of texture details. And of course the peak brightness of HDR here. Just look how shiny that is. And look how detailed it is. These are all textures, guys. These are very highly detailed textures. And if you were to put a PC version next to it, which I'm going to do in the future, you will realize that there's barely any, there's not that drastic difference between the two. And my whole point here is that this is pretty cool that we have this now available on consoles. Okay, the consoles have come a long way. When you look at the PlayStation 4 Pro, when you look at the Xbox One X, the consoles are definitely pushing forward. They're advancing pretty remarkably, okay? And that's pretty cool. Same thing here. Look at these textures. Let me climb up. And here we see even more highlights of the textures in a distance, because we have a really good tessellation here. So even this rock right here, its textures are detailed. So the textures are pretty high up here. Okay, let's jump here. And look, even here. Look at the textures and look at the detail on these textures. Okay, I'll even bring it closer so you guys can see it. Look at the detail on them textures. And this is me being close to a TV. Alright. So everything from the stones to the surface, everything, it's detailed in higher textures here. So you're definitely getting the best of the best in terms of the textures here. Alright, so you're not going to be disappointed here. Alright. Alright guys, so it's been a half an hour. This is my first look. Half an hour, which I think is pretty good amount for a first look. I'm giving you a half an hour analysis. Look, it definitely looks great. Every game I tried so far on Xbox One X looks great, and you definitely get the benefit of having the Xbox One X because you're getting a much better enhanced experience. Alright, so there's definitely benefit to having an Xbox One X, especially if you have a 4K television, really good 4K television. You have to buy it. Alright guys, thank you for watching. This is Mr. 4K Upscaler. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.